Hello, everybody, and welcome to Music Industry Insights Worldwide. Today, we've got the awesome El Holistic with us. Hi, how are you?
I'm all right, thank you.
Good, thank you
How are
so much
you?
for coming along. I'm good, thank you. And thank you so much for coming along today to share your story, your vision, and some of the work that you're doing in the music industry right now. Do you want to tell the listeners a little bit more about yourself, where you're from, and what you do?
Yeah, sure. So I go by the name of El Holistic, and I'm from the London, Greater London area. And yeah, I've been doing music since a young age, passion of mine, and I like to do genres is grime, rap, real rap, hip hop, that theme.
I like that. That's really good. So you've been doing that for quite a while. Did you have a musical education, or has it just been a passion of yours that you kind of just followed through?
Yeah, yeah. It's obviously from a young age because my family are from Morocco. We're
Lovely.
quite passionate about the music. Yeah, we're quite passionate about the music and the culture and like the art. It's like a cultural thing.
Yeah, I certainly do. I used to live in Morocco for
Yeah.
3 years actually, and I know how much
Oh,
Moroccans are very creative. They love their arts, they love their music, and sometimes you go down on the beach at like midnight and they're all playing their music and their guitars and singing
that's
along. So I totally understand that, and thank you for sharing that. So
beautiful.
what kind of challenges and barriers have you faced? Obviously, accessing the music industry and coming from a different country, and obviously cultural differences. How's that? How have you found that?
Um, Sorry, what was the first part?
How have you kind of found
Sorry, I couldn't keep up with you.
It's
Sorry, sorry.
okay. So I'll slow down a little bit for you. So obviously you've got come from a different culture and a different
Yeah,
background.
quick
So how have you found that navigating that in the music industry, and what challenges and barriers have you faced?
challenges and barriers
Yeah,
in the music industry. Do you know what? To be honest with you, I think there's a lot of challenges and barriers, especially in the UK.
yeah,
We're a small, we're not as big as some scenes, like, for example, France, America, yeah, Spain. Believe it or not, they got many more, an audience, a wider span audience. So
right.
there's more opportunities.
Yeah. So is that
Yeah,
been the main struggle? And how have you found, like, obviously being Moroccan and doing grime and hip hop and rap? How have you found that?
yeah. So obviously, the grime thing and the cultural thing, there's a bit of a, yeah, I would say like a little bit of a clash there. But you know what? Yeah, I'm a firm believer in like focusing on what you're passionate about.
Right.
And if you really truly believe in what you do, you know what I mean. It resonates and to be honest with you, barriers are always going to be there. You
Yes.
know what I mean, Saskia?
I certainly do know what you mean. Yeah, I think we all face them
Yeah,
in different areas. Do you know what I mean? So, what kind of things would you say have you found the most difficult, the most challenging?
yeah. So communication is key. So formally, I'm a very informal person. I mean, you can see I'm at a cafe, I'm
Oh,
just chilling, chatting to you, kind of thing. But we're stationary. I'm not like on the move. But being communication, I always promote communication. So two-ended is a two-ended thing.
yeah, totally. I understand.
And we've got to understand and respect people's boundaries, right? And it's important. That's the most important for me. For me, communication verbally is like the most important thing.
And you're based in London, right? So, do you find there's a lot of opportunities in
Outskirts
London,
of London.
on the outskirts of London? So, do you find that you do a lot of the stuff in London, or are you
Yeah.
outside of
So
London?
there's a yeah. Right. So that's a good question because in London, obviously London's the capital, but there's a lot going on in London.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
if you come out, yeah, if you come outside of London, it's like you have to go more towards, I would say, like the Midlands, Birmingham, Manchester, and stuff like that. So much like London's, I would agree with you. London is a good place to come to share your kind of like the music, share the music. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I would I would agree with you. Yeah, yeah.
I kind of get that. That's
Hello,
interesting.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you. Yeah, you're still there. It's all
Oh,
right.
sorry.
No
Nearly got
worries.
you.
And do you find that you do a lot of networking and kind of meeting other people in the industry and going to different events, or do you just do a lot of it at home and around your little culture and community, or how does that work?
Yeah, but like obviously the day and age we live in now with social media, I
Yeah,
think it's like key to utilize like Instagram, stuff like that, obviously to see what's going on out there. Because when I started DJing 2000s, doing when the grime scene was only just starting to come in,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
It was kind of like you had to go to a shop and buy a tape pack kind of thing, you know?
I get you.
And
Days.
yeah, like yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you had to like buy a magazine or to kind of like get somebody's phone number or something like that, you know, kind of thing. It was a bit more difficult, you know. So then I was more of a like a spectator. But I think now with Instagram and everything kind of thing, it's like it's a little bit easier for people whether they take the opportunity or not. But like I said, it's one of them things. It's just communication, isn't it? Instagram's a great thing. I'm about 45 minutes from London on the train, so it's not too bad, and I get like I'm able to like commute. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of fortunate in that sort of sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you want to give us some tips and hints as well on social media? Like that's how we met through social media. But for me, I
Yeah,
think sometimes it's mastering it and how to work it and how to utilize it. So what kind of things have you
yeah.
found useful on social media that's kind of helped you?
Okay, that's okay. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm not like I haven't mastered it yet myself.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm kind of in like the growing, the teething stage. I would say I'm in like the not the teething stage. I'm used to it, but I'm kind of like growing myself at the moment. My numbers are only just starting to go up like naturally. You know what I mean? Not I'm
Yeah.
not trying to like push anything, but what would I say? Consistency
Yeah.
is key. Even if you're doing one video a week, one video every 2 weeks,
Okay.
doesn't matter because you're being consistent. You know what I mean?
That's a really important key, actually, is the consistency and
Yeah,
believing in yourself, like you said earlier. So thank you for that. And how do you
you're
kind of
welcome.
promote your work and your music? Do you do that through YouTube? Do you do that through Instagram? How do you get your music out to the masses?
Yeah, so I think you kind of have to. I like to say, like, do a bit of everything. When I work with some people, they'll kind of give you, like, I worked with a couple of well-known MCs in like the recording studio, for example.
Yeah.
But then they give you advice on how to do things. So, like for example, one thing would be try to like kind of mix up your like locations.
Okay. Yeah.
London's quite a big place, but it's quite condensed, isn't it? You know, so there's a lot going on.
Yes, I totally get that as
You
well.
know?
See, London's
Yeah,
quite diverse as well, and we've got loads of different like genres and different cultures and different communities and stuff like that. So how do you think like we've touched on this
yeah.
earlier that the UK isn't that big? Do you think that gives us an advantage, or do you think that kind of holds us back a little bit?
I think a bit of both, to be honest with you, because everybody's their own like unique character. This is the way I look at things, you know. Like yourself, Saskia, you're kind of different. You know,
Thank
we're all different. You know what I mean? You're
yeah.
welcome. We've all got good traits. We've all got characteristics that we know within ourselves. So it's important to know that,
Do you know what? I
you
think
know,
that's a big
because
thing that you said.
yeah,
It's utilizing that uniqueness and keeping it real and authentic because people can really relate to that, can't they?
yeah, yeah, that's true. That's the big word, real, and that will kind of like talking about the barriers as well, moving on from that, but that'll kind of open the doors for you. It
Yeah.
should do anyways, because people will see in this day and age that we're living in, people will see past um like whatever you've been through kind of thing,
Yeah.
struggles or whatever it is, or whatever whatever it is, you know what I mean? Whatever's going on in your life kind of thing, you kind of like yeah, it kind of just moves you forward. But yeah, you're right. England is a small place, so in that sense, you know?
It's really competitive at times. It can be, can't it? Very competitive.
Yeah, that's another thing as well because people are very like everybody wants the same thing. Everybody's going for the same thing. And like sometimes it's either a collective thing or like me personally, I try to minimalize um minimalize less is more. Yeah, I kind of try to do less sometimes.
That, yeah.
Then that way I reach out further. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally, totally. And what's your thoughts and feelings around equality, diversity, inclusion at the moment in the music industry? What are your thoughts and feelings on that?
So I'm passionate about inclusion,
Yeah,
diversity, and I studied sociology in my bachelor's degree.
yeah,
So yeah, so I graduated in sociology. So I've got a passion about I love to like learn about new cultures, and fairness, all of that equality stuff. I'm all for it.
yeah,
But again, living in certain geographics
yeah.
is a bit difficult. You know what I mean? It's difficult for everybody.
It
It's
really is.
difficult for, yeah, you know what I mean, Saskia?
Yeah, I certainly do know what you.
Yeah, it's difficult for everybody, but don't get me. Yeah.
And I was going to say to you, like, what do you think?
And we just got to keep. Mm.
Sorry, carry on. Sorry, it was my fault because it cut out.
Sorry, I interrupted you. Sorry.
No, it's absolutely fine. And do you think, like, obviously being Moroccan, do you see a lot of Moroccans now coming in the music industry and representing? And is there anyone you could recommend for us to go and listen to?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of Moroccan. There's a big Moroccan community in France
Yes. Yeah.
and Spain.
Okay.
So growing up, I'm a first generation. I'll just quickly say this: I'm a first generation in the UK. But
Right. Right.
if I was to recommend anyone, I'd recommend myself.
Yay, why not? Well done. Give yourself a shout out. Yeah, why not? I live in Finsbury Park. So Finsbury Park's also
Yeah,
got quite a lot of Moroccans and Algerians as well. So I totally understand. So you've got little pockets all over the country, right, that are kind of your community. Do you think that you're actually having role models now that you can look up to or aspire to be like?
oh, what we hope we're trying to paint the right picture. You know what I mean? Listen, none of us are perfect. Yeah, we've all got like I said, characteristics and traits that have been installed in us from young or from previous generations. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And sometimes it's like sometimes the picture gets painted and people view the picture in the wrong way. There's a big stigma around Algerians, Moroccans, and stuff like that in this country and many other countries as well. For example, France, yeah,
yeah,
the colonization there. Obviously, I'm not going to get into the history and all of that, but
yeah,
like, but you know what? As long as like you know who you are yourself. I come from a very, very secluded place. I
yeah,
was brought up in outskirts of London, like I was saying, yeah, Cambridgeshire, Bedfordshire,
yeah,
stuff, very far right, liberal places, yeah, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And if your face doesn't fit,
It doesn't.
well,
It
it
just
doesn't
doesn't
work.
fit.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Yeah, it doesn't work. But I've had to learn, obviously, as first gen. Do you know what I mean? Just to kind of like bite my tongue and stuff like that. You
yeah.
know, but things are changing. Things are changing in the world.
Step by step, we will get there. And I think having
Yeah,
these
and Finsbury
conversations,
Park's a lovely place. I've been there before. It's
yeah,
a nice place. I know you guys got a big community there,
yeah.
and yeah.
I was going to say, so what would you like to see improve in the next couple of years in the music industry? What are the things that you would like to see improve?
Um, do you know what? I will say this. There's some really good advocates at the moment out there at the moment, and I think things are already improving, if you know what I mean. and I see your video about the music therapy
Oh yes,
and
yeah,
music as therapy because I'm a believer in that. Um, I am a believer in that. You know what I mean? I believe that to be true. From it, from my perspective, from my life, growing up, um, I believe in that. But look, I'm not. I see a quote today, something about tomorrow doesn't exist, right?
that's true. Well, you got to focus on today, right? Tomorrow's never. We can't take it for granted, should we say? Got to live it like it's your
Yeah,
last day. Yeah,
yeah, exactly, Saskia, exactly. Tomorrow never exists, so why don't we just, you know, think about today, yeah, and tomorrow will take care of itself.
that's a good one. I like that.
But
It's a
I
good.
respect your question in the sense that things are changing. Like they're saying now that gatekeepers about the gatekeeping thing,
Yeah,
like it's people are breaking down them barriers kind of thing. You know what I mean?
I certainly know what you mean. Yeah, yeah. So
And good thing. I think it's a good thing to be honest with you.
so do I. Yeah,
Mm.
it makes it more equal and a level playing field, should we say, rather than the gatekeepers keeping all the power and letting a certain few in and then shutting the door. You know what I'm saying? So I
Right.
totally agree with you. I totally agree with you on that one. And do you think, obviously,
Yeah.
just a little bit on this, but the cultural and age differences. So, for example, we've got certain cultures that are not open to other cultures. We've got certain age groups that are not so open to the younger generations. Do you think that has a problem? That's part of the problem in the music industry, that why some people don't get chosen or there's gatekeeping going on.
Possibly.
Hmm.
Possibly. Yeah. I would say yes. I would say yeah, definitely. Yeah. Um. What else could I say on this? I mean, I think everything evolves around your knowledge and understanding of the music industry.
Yes. Yeah, 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 definitely.
And sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yes.
And age is a big thing. You're right. You know what I mean? Like I try not to discriminate on
Yeah,
any level. You know what I mean? I
totally.
try to like stay away from it.
Yeah. But not
But
everyone's
I
the
will.
same. We're
You
not
have
all,
got a good point. No, 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 no. You're right. You're right though because age is a key factor, and I think a lot of the young ones now they're coming out. They are coming out now to expressing themselves, voicing their words
yeah,
because
yeah,
words are very powerful, and I think it's yeah. I would agree with you. I would agree with you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And do you think, obviously, being in the music industry, it's highly competitive, it's really fast paced, there's loads of competition and loads of different things going on. Has that affected your mental health at any time in your career? Or have you ever felt like, do you know what, this is just too much? Like, has any of that ever happened?
That's important because that big word, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And I think, look, I think, yeah, that word is overused a lot, yeah, because people don't know how to rationalize that word.
mhm,
But for
yeah,
me personally, it's everything. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, it's a passion of mine, yeah, and it's the therapy, it's the expression, it's the art. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
it's kind of
because
music
I
is
believe in
medicine
that.
as well, isn't it?
Medicine, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes, yes. Whether it's you go to a pub, you play on a karaoke machine, whatever, yeah, it doesn't matter. Whether you're sitting in your room listening to the radio, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You know what I mean, kind of thing.
yeah,
Everybody's got their way of like expression. It's just a form of expression, isn't it?
yeah,
So, oh, that's probably as much I can delve on that kind of thing. But I think it's good for communities. It's good for individuals with mental health and stuff like that suffering.
yeah,
You know, and it's kind of positives and negatives because you know I don't know how how much I want to go into this about this kind of thing, but like I will say this. I believe in like Sufism. Have you ever heard of Sufism?
I haven't. What is that? Tell us a
Mm.
little bit more. What is that?
So it's like a form of art,
Okay.
and it's a really good topic actually. I'm starting to learn about it. It's not a religion, but it's like a part. It's like an expression. It's like an art. You know what I mean? It's like a form of like release kind of thing. The word Sufism actually means wool wearer.
Yeah.
So like people that wear wool. So if you're a Sufist, you wear wool. It's about art, music, expression, stuff like that. So like it's integrated in my culture. So I believe that it's definitely a part of what you said, Saskia, like the mental health and
Yeah.
uh, stuff like that. Yeah, I would say, yeah. It's important.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that with us, and thank you for being vulnerable, because it's not an easy topic for everybody, you know. And I think, yeah, it's highly overused, the word, but I do also think that we do need to discuss some of the issues that other people face, you know, especially being different or being unique. That can also have its own challenges and make you not feel good enough at times as well, right? So I kind of touch on this topic because I think, you know, it can be really brutal at times, the music industry, it can be really hard. So yeah, I just think you've got to look after yourself and just, like you said earlier, believe in yourself and just follow your heart, and then you can't go wrong.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I think you're doing a good thing, kind of like advocating that. So yeah, I think we need more people. I'm not labeling you as an advocate. You know what I mean? I'm just saying,
It's a privilege.
um, you know what I mean? It's good
Yeah,
to see people kind of thinking about and pushing that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's a good thing. Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah.
No worries whatsoever. And I was going to say to you, like, what's your major wins and successes that you've had so far in the music game? You've been doing it for a little while. Do you want to share some of that with us?
Yeah, just the small things, in life. You know what I mean? Just like you said, like one day is a good with your mental health, whether it's like relationships, community, work, family, and just the small wins. You know what I mean? And I'm a big believer in the gratitude and appreciation of your life as well. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And just being because like that's everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um,
Perfect. I like that one. I like that as well. So if people want to find your music, they want to connect with you, they want to collaborate with you, where can they go and find your work and how?
you know, gratitude, appreciation. Yeah, you like that one? Yeah, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
YouTube, on TikTok, and yeah, and yeah, that's it really.
Okay.
Or go through you.
Okay, well, I'm going to leave all of the links in the description below because you've sent me your bio, and I'll put some links in there. So please do go and check out Our Holistic's work. He's got some awesome work
Ah,
into grime and hip hop and R&B. Check it out and rap. I'm sure you've got some good tracks over there. And I'll put the links in. And thank you again for coming along and sharing some of your expertise and your time and your music with us for the world to listen to. Because this is a worldwide podcast and people in the music industry will hear this. And I just want to keep supporting the
you're
work
welcome.
you do
No, thank you.
and keep
Thank
up.
you. Thank you for your time as well.
That was an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much, and I'll speak to you soon.
No worries.
Thank you.